Hey everyone, and welcome to a quick unboxing and look at the new 9070 XT by Sapphire Pulse. This is Sapphire's entry-level one, with the Pure and then the Nitro Plus being the best one in the range. But you know, Sapphire are a good manufacturer, and so the Pulse is quite a good card anyway. And the box itself is quite straightforward. As you can see there, just a nice simple design, nothing on the underside. And then when we come to the actual back, you've got these details here, you know, just discussing the fact that it runs a PCI Express 5, so Gen 5, but obviously if you've got like a Gen 4 motherboard, that's absolutely fine too. Running on the new Radeon A4 architecture, which is new for the 9000 series. The card itself is triple slot, as we'll look at in a minute. And it's got 2 display ports and 2 HDMIs. And other than that, you know, fairly straightforward. And for this particular card, it says a minimum 750 watt power supply unit. This particular one, as we'll look at in a minute as well, just needs standard 8-pin PCI Express cables, so nothing really difficult about that. In terms of opening it up, I've already opened it up, but let's just unbox it. Okay, so this is the inside of the actual box. I'll just put the box out of the way now. It's a simple cardboard, obviously, nothing much to it there. So you've got this here, just the quick install guide, and then this talking about the Anti-Sag supporter, which actually connects to the PCI Express slot, and then you can adjust it accordingly, and it just tells you how you use it, so all fairly straightforward. But it is important you use that just to prevent sag, especially since this is quite a big graphics card. You then got this just to protect the actual graphics card, and obviously this is in the anti-static bag that we'll look at in a minute. That comes out, and then we've also got these accessories here, as you can see there. So we will quickly look at the accessories, and then we will look at the graphics card. But if I just take the graphics card out, so you can see it there, you know, it's quite nice and really, really thick actually, quite a thick one for this particular one, but that's good because this can run cooler. And this is the actual accessories box. So if we open that up, that's all you have. There's nothing else in the box. There's the actual anti-sag bracket, and as I mentioned, you just connect this to the PCI Express bits of your case, and then this actually sits underneath the actual graphics card, just propping it up. And the reason for that is obviously this is going to be in your motherboard in the PCI Express slot, but it's so heavy that it could actually start sagging down when your case is actually upright. You know, the back plate itself is not going to protect that, and that's why you've just got the anti-sag bracket just to keep it upright like that. So it's definitely worth using that, or some other GPU support. This is then the actual graphics card, so it is quite thick, as I mentioned, triple slot design. You can see the heatsink there directly going onto the GPU die, and then you've got the 3 fans that are, you know, actually cooling things, so they're gonna bring in the air and cool everything. And then you've got the actual ventilation here, so, you know, unlike, you know, the NVIDIA Founders Edition design and things like that, some of the air is actually going to be expelled through there, but some of it can also come through here as well. So some of these fans are going to bring air in and exhaust out of there. Other fans will have a bit of a blow-through design, which is overall, you know, a good, effective cooling design. There is this warning here. Remember to remove the foam before installation, because as part of packaging, you've actually got this foam here. You just need to make sure you slide that out. It will take a bit of an effort at first. You come in from the top there, make sure you remove the foam, because otherwise that definitely will kill off your cooling if you don't remove that. So it'll take a little bit of effort, but you can get there in the end. Don't worry about breaking things. This foam should break, or can break. You know, it's not going to affect anything. You're certainly not going to damage the actual metal there. So make sure you get rid of that foam, and then, you know, take off all of this plastic and stuff, you know, before you actually install things. Not the end of the world if you do leave the plastic on, but, you know, it's best to remove it. And that's the actual graphics card. I think it's pretty sleek and nice looking in my opinion. And then you've obviously got the PCI Express connectors there to actually power it. Because this card uses 300 watts, it's always desirable to actually, if you've got a cable with a Y splitter, also called a pigtail cable, I would not use that for this particular card. I would actually run 2 separate PCI Express cables here for the best possible power delivery. Some PCI Express cables can supply enough power, but in general, I wouldn't want to do that. I'd want to run 2 separate cables just to, you know, maximize things as much as possible. But that's the actual card itself. Yeah, it's really nice, really sleek, and I just wanted to do this quick unboxing. If we look at the weight of it though, it's 1.2 kilograms, which is quite a lot. So what's that? 42 ounces, 2.6 pounds or 2.7 pounds. You know, it is a decent amount. And actually, this particular card is longer and thicker than my RTX 5080 Founders Edition. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because as I said, you know, this design will keep it cool. And you can see all of the heat pipes there. The extra thickness will really help. And obviously this is quite a cool card, and obviously the extra thickness will hopefully mean it'll run a bit quieter than some other cards. But you can see the design there. It's just nice and simple and sleek really. But thanks for watching this video. I'm going to wrap up with a little bit of, footage of closer up of this particular card.